If you ever start to wonder why all the rain and all the thunder.
2025 was without a doubt the hardest year of my life, because every single day during this year I felt like I was either falling behind or falling apart. And in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna share with you my top 5 life lessons that I learned in 2025 as a 17-year-old who's trying to make it big in this new world. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, just a quick heads up, I'm not here to give you easy advice. I'm not here to pat you on the shoulder, give you some motivational, inspiring advice, and I'm not here to sugarcoat it at all. And in addition to that, I'm not here to try and tell you that I got everything figured out, because I don't, quite frankly. I'm still just a 17-year-old who's trying to navigate his way into a space with so many obstacles and so many new things which I have never seen a glimpse of, but I'm here for it, and I'm totally here for it. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the first life lesson that I learned in 2025. Now, the first life lesson that I learned in 2025 is stop waiting for everything to be perfect. You can't hit a bullseye first try, at least not consistently, right? Very few people made it big on their first try without that much effort. Perfection in of itself is a trap. If you spend your entire life, and if you spend 2026 waiting for the perfect moment to start, I'm sorry to tell you, but you will fail another year. You will sit on December 31st on New Year's Eve, and you'll be looking back at 2025 thinking, where did all the time go? What happened to my dreams? What happened to my New Year's resolutions, as we call it? What happened to them? So stop waiting for everything to be perfect, because you'll always find a reason to wait, right? And that's why you just have to start. You can't wait. I mean, that's what I did. I started when probably I was in the most hectic period of my life. Like, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to pick up a camera and just start recording and put it on YouTube, right? But here I am. I made a few videos, not much, but I promise, guys, it will get better. That's one of my goals for 2026. But I mean, I started where what I had, where I was, and it was little, but slowly it adds up, and soon you get better equipment, right? And you get better at the skill, which is more important than the equipment in itself. But yeah, stop waiting for everything to be perfect, because doing the thing is infinitely times better than thinking about doing the thing. Doing the thing for 10 minutes is way better than planning to do the thing for 10 hours. No amount of planning will ever get you as far as a little bit of execution will. Now, for a more practical tip going into lesson number 2 is be careful of what you surround you with, because your environment shapes you. We humans often walk through life thinking that we are totally in control of everything and everyone, including ourselves and our environment. But the brutal truth is that our environment controls us way more than we actually realize. There's a saying that you are the sum of the 5 people you hang around the most with. And there is a brutally honest truth in that, guys. Like, the people and the things you surround yourself with, they shape you. Unconsciously, they shape you every second of your day. If you go live in a house with 5 people who eat junk food, scroll on their phone, never work out and just do lazy things all day, you are gonna most likely end up being lazy as well. It's gonna take a lot of discipline for you to not be lazy. On the other hand, if you were to spend a year with people who are like-minded, who constantly work, they work out every single day, they keep working towards their goals in their business, and they keep growing their personal brands or whatever other goals they have. If you live in a house or you surround yourself with people who constantly grind, you will, not only will you be affected and you will grind more, but if you don't grind, you will hear it. You will be punished in some social form. Like, you will be looked down upon, you will be frowned on, quite frankly. And that is the brutal truth. So be careful of who and what you surround yourself. Now, for lesson number 3 is a bit of a gut-wrenching truth. It's a bit hard to swallow, but it's that you have to let go in order to level up. And it's something that I think a lot of people don't really realize, including myself. You have to let go of the things that keep holding you back. Think of a sculptor. A sculptor, he doesn't add clay to build these figures, these sculptures. No, he starts off with a block. Think of this block as your life, with your good habits and your bad habits, your good friends and your bad things. Everything that's good and bad, all combined in this block. Then the sculpture slowly carves away until a nice looking sculpture is left behind. And that's what you have to do in life, guys. Don't focus so much on adding things which aligns. Do that as well, but most importantly, think of taking away the things that keep holding you back. Because if you have a life that's set up for success, I mean, think of a billionaire's lifestyle, right? If you were to think of the lifestyle of, for example, Iman Gadzhi or Andrew Tate or Bill Gates, Elon Musk, whatever, you would think that they have a lifestyle that probably does not include any habits that promote laziness, sloth, and scrolling, all these things which we want to quit. Their lifestyle, it doesn't allow for that. There's no time for that. And that's what you have to do with your own life. You can't allow those sort of things to take place in your life. So you just have to carve away and let it go. That's the only way to get further in life. Now, going on to lesson number 4. It's a lesson which is a bit more broad, I would say. And that is, you need direction. And there's a lot of talk about people who want to say to everyone that, oh, you need to follow your passion. You need to do you need to get a job that you could do for the rest of your life free. And that's how you win in life. But I don't think that's totally true. For example, I don't have a passion for business, really. I am fueled and I have a fire inside me that wants to, I want to grind every single day, but I don't have a passion for it. Not the same passion that I have for say sports, for example. And I'm not trying to make a living out of sports. I'm not trying to become an athlete. But the point I was trying to make with this lesson, that unless you don't know where you're going, say you want to start a business, right? Okay, well, that's very, very broad. And you're most likely not going to achieve anything close to it. You need direction and you need to pinpoint it. Okay, you want to start a business. Okay, then what business? How do you want to start it? How are you planning to go about the first week? And then once you've completed that, how do you plan on going about the second week, and then the third week, fourth, fifth? Months and years pass, and that's how you get the success you've always wanted. If you don't know where the location is, how do you expect to get there, right? If you don't even know where you're going, how do you expect to get there? So you need direction, but you don't need to follow your passion. Now for the fifth and final lesson of 2025. It's that it's okay to feel out of place. If you're living life right now and you're grinding every single day and you feel like you're making no progress and you don't even know where you're going. As I talked about direction, but if you I talked about direction, but what's even more important than direction is just keep stepping forward. If you never stop stepping forward, if you never stop doing something which will at least get you a little closer to what you believe is your dream life, then that will beat having a plan or having direction any day. So therefore, it's okay to feel out of place. Now, me myself, I still feel out of place constantly. Even recording this video, I don't know who will see it. I don't have a follow base, and I don't even have a proper channel. I don't really know how to make videos, right? But I'm here and I'm trying. I'm putting one foot in front of the other, even if it's not much, even if I don't upload every single day, but I'm trying, and I believe that's the most important part. And when I am sitting 5 years down the road from now, having accomplished every single thing I dream of right now, this exact moment and every other moment before it will be what I look back on, and I'll be thinking, yeah, this is where it started. This kid right here, he is the one that got us here. And you can be that person in your life too. You just gotta start, and you just gotta let go and don't think so much. Don't overthink it. Just do. It's okay to feel out of place. You don't need necessarily to know where you're going 100% of the time. You only need a idea and the discipline to take a little bit of action every single day. And that is the secret formula that 2025 taught me as a 17-year-old. Now, as always, guys, God is rooting for you. He's looking down on you. Not in a bad way. He's looking down from heaven, and he sees the things you're doing, and he's got your back, and he's rooting for you. And I'm cheering happily alongside him, here back on earth. 2026 is your year, so go and do it.